Hey everyone, so here is the winter 2017 into the 2018 season Lexus GS300 with the 2JZ 6-speed swap in it. So here is the engine bay as it was for the majority of the 2017 season. The current setup is a T04S Garrett 61mm T4 twin-scroll turbo. 550cc injectors. I had a Grady eManage Ultimate plug-and-play ECU, piggyback I should say. I also did a few fun little things like this power steering reservoir with braided lines. As you can see, it is a cleaned engine bay with a wire tuck, oil catch can. I have a HKS DLI ignition amplifier, and a few supporting mods. As you can see, this is what my engine may look like this year. Now I do not know how long of a time span this video is going to last, but in this video I'm going to start taking the engine apart, get it out of the engine bay, do a rebuild of the engine, repaint the engine bay, do a bit more wire tucking over there and over here, hopefully move the catch can to the back where that wiring harness is. I have a bigger turbo, 1000cc injectors, standalone computer, and then we're going to make a dyno video hopefully next spring, and I'd like to see 600 to 700 wheel horsepower. And just because I mentioned it, here's my other turbo. This one's an off-brand turbo like Rev 9 I believe it was, but we're going to be doing some reviews of this eBay turbo. It's a T4 7268, so depending on how you like to size your turbos, it could be around a 72mm turbo, which is going on that car next season. So here we are 1 hour later, maybe closer to hour and a half to 2 hours maybe. I kind of lost track of time. But since it's a work night, I'm going to stop now. As you can see, I've taken off quite a few things. I got the headlights and front bumper off. I got the intercooler piping off of my turbo and my intake side. I got all the electrical off, some of the exhaust sensors, oil catch can, HKS DLI that I was showing you, coolant overflow, vacuum lines, top of my engine I took off so the paint doesn't get ruined, and a couple other little things. All my spare parts, my bumpers on top of the hood on Allie's car, and all my spare parts are in this trunk that you can't see. That's better, there they all are. I unplugged my battery. I got all my exhaust heat wrap, my fan that has to be repainted. There's the intercooler piping, catch can, intake, spare fluids, etc. So there is tonight's progress. Gonna close my trunk here. And I will resume with the next little clip of this video, which hopefully is the motor coming out. So here we are. It's been a bunch of weeks, but only a few hours of actual working time. So I've got the garbage bags to protect my fenders. Little handy trick right there. I've removed the rad, all the fluids, transmission mount, hood and bumper, everything as you can see. And we got our engine crane ready to pick the motor out of the car. I have the jack underneath the transmission to support the engine so it doesn't tilt like this. So we're going to take it out and I'll take a few videos. I'm not going to do a time lapse because you've probably all seen the motor come out. So we're just going to do a few clips and then I'll show you when the motor's on the ground and the engine bay before the 2018 winter fix up. Alright, so here's the engine out. It was literally, since the last clip, been about 3 minutes. So for everyone doing engine swaps at home, this is the 4th time I've taken this engine out of this car, and it has never gone this smoothly. So I'm going to write down on a little piece of paper the number of chain links in between the hoist and the engine hooks, and I'm going to write down what jack setting, because I have the front end jacked up to help the angle of the engine, because as you can see the transmission weighs the engine down. So I'm going to write down all my settings because this is probably the fastest pull. All we have to do now is Allie's going to pull the hoist backwards. I'm going to steady it like I'm doing right now, and the engine, like not including unbolting time, it probably took us 10 minutes to pull the engine in a little shop without a hoist, which is pretty cool, and I'd like to be able to do that again. Alright, so here's the motor on the ground, and I also quickly wanted to show you guys the engine bay. So that was a very easy 2JZ removal. This year I'm going to be making a separate video of all the car parts that I'm going to be modifying it with, which are those two boxes, that box, and a few things in the red and black box. So there's lots of fun plans happening for the Aristo or GS300 this season. So here's the motor right now. Be sure to watch future videos. And here's the engine bay right now. Basically, I just wanted to show you guys all the chipping paint. The brake lines are getting a full redo. Painting everything, polishing everything. And for all you people that just like the horsepower numbers, I'm going to be doing a bigger turbo. There's the one that's on it right now. Note the compressor wheel size, 61 millimeter. And here's the one that's going on next season. I'm going to make a whole new video of it. But here's a sneak peek in the dark box. There's a compressor wheel and turbo that's going on it. It's a 7268 turbo. So lots of fun plans for the Aristo. But that basically wraps up this video. Stay tuned for our next video where we'll be talking about Ali's LS400 a little bit, which, as you can see, also has the garbage bags, meaning it's getting work done to it. Didn't start, and it is because the motor does not turn. More info in the next video, but please stay tuned, and if you aren't already, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.